guys, today we are going to do this Christmas inspired design right here using all custom product from my shop at 𝐓𝐴 shop. I'm 𝐓𝐴 and welcome to my nail art class. So first I am going to do the foundation, and this is Top Gel Tan Nude that I'm gonna use as a foundation. And top gel meaning top coat. So when you apply this on your client as a natural foundation, you can just let her walk out the door without applying top coat because this gel is no wipe. Okay. And I'm gonna have 3 nails. We're gonna cure this for 60 seconds. We are going to do the heart wreath right here, and we're gonna do a French color block with the wreath right in the middles. So first, let's paint it the French for these nails. I'm gonna use white art gels and take out the nails. We are going to take out a palette, a nail art palette, and roll your brush in your gel side to side just to make sure that all the bristles are fanned out and all the gel was soaked into it, so it's packed with gel. And then you can stroke the brush out just like this to get the brush in shape. Then you take this, going to mark your center. See, it's the center of my French. This is like a mid-French. There is a smile line on both sides, top and bottom. And then you turn your client hand around just because I don't want to go over here, twist my hand and draw on this side like this. I don't want to do that. So I tell my client to turn the hand over and I'm repeating the process. Go slightly slower this time to trying to eye on this side to make sure everything is symmetrical. Going up. Okay. Now we're gonna color it. So I was using my 10mm liners for the lines, but now I'm switching to my emboss brush for filling in. So I'm taking the emboss brush, doing the same thing, rock from side to side. See how the hair bristles are fanning out and all the gel are going into it. And then I'm stroking my brush to get it in shape. Then I'm gonna fill in. The reason why I switch brush because it's much faster and more efficient to use emboss brush to color gel paint like this instead of the liner brush. Okay, stroke it in, just light stroke. Same thing on this side. Don't try too hard to make it smooth because art gel is a smooth painting gel, so it's very forgiving when it comes to smoothness. Okay. Now we are going to wait a little bit for it to smooth out, and we're gonna cure this for 60 seconds. Okay, almost. This one too. Okay, let's go ahead and cure this for 60 seconds. Oh, and sometimes if you have like some texture left, when the color is even but there's some textures on the surface, remember when you cure this, after you cure, it will level out everything. It's pretty amazing. Now for these 2 fingers right here, we are going to put the heart wreath on it. So we are putting on Teflon mat first, just because the wreath are made out of chrome. So we want the background to be completely isolated from chrome. And Teflon mat right here are non-sticky to chrome powders. And I know you forget it, so I write it right on the bottles. Non-sticky to chrome powders. See that? Apply on this now too. We're gonna cure this Teflon mat for 60 seconds. All of my product cure for 60 seconds. Okay, apply and cure both. And when this finger is coming out, we are going to cure this too. Apply Teflon mat and cure. Okay, and I have drawn so many wreaths before over the years, and I'm not really a big fan of it just because it takes a lot to draw it and the result never satisfying. But this is the first time that I absolutely enjoy this process, and it looks so amazing. Like it have all the texture and the detail, but it's so easy because when it comes to wreath, you have two choices. You can either do a simple wreath, which is like one colors, or maybe with a little shading, but it's just unsatisfying. And you can spend a little more time. You can go in and you can draw like these individual leaf. Each leaf have its own little shading. It's just not a general shading on all overall. Like each area, you have to shade it. There's a lot of shading going on, a lot of detail. And it's also a turn off to me because just the idea of sitting there and painting and shading for like hours, I actually don't want to do that. It just takes too much time. But today I actually discovered one of the awesome technique for wreath, and that's gonna be like this from now on until I find an even better way. But what basically what's going on is I'm starting out with a chrome proof foundation because this foundation chrome don't stick on it. So I use art gels because art gels stick to chrome. This one too, it stick to chrome too. So what happened next is I'm gonna draw a silhouette of a wreath, and I want you to watch me because it is so easy to do this. So I'm gonna take these art gels right here. Okay, so a heart, I am going to place my client hand next to each other side by side like this with the free edge that are in line. Okay, never a cuticle, just free edge. Then I am gonna mark the heart. This is where the split is. This is the top. Actually, the top may be a little bit down. This is the top. And then this is the side. And then it's all going down like this. Okay. So I already have my marking. I'm gonna go in and I'm using an emboss brush. I'm gonna go in and sort of faintly draw a silhouette, like a line. Just like a frame of the heart. Just like that. Okay. Now, you dip an emboss brush into black art gels and you wanna draw these little teardrop. Okay. And these teardrop later, we're gonna drag it out to feather it. So like this, it's like really big head, and you just drag it in. Okay, easy so far, really easy, I promise. And it's gonna turn out amazing too. Okay, you have that. I'm gonna do a little bit on this side, same thing, just a little teardrop. And this design look like I take hours to do, but it's actually really, really fast. But you have to have the right stuff for this design. Okay, just like this. And it's time for me to drag it out. And I also want to do some wreath on this side too, but I need a different brush. I need a 10mm liner. And the reason is you see, this is a perfect curve of the French. The ribs stick out on this side, but it remains this curve, so you can see the silhouette of the French. So I'm taking my 10mm liners, and I am going to dip in to black art gels, spin from side to side to pack the gel in and drag it out just like this. Then I'm gonna go in here, start from the middle. I'm gonna curve up, and right here start in the middle. I'm gonna curve down. Okay, then return my emboss brush to go ahead and do a teardrop right here, like that. Okay, we are ready. So I need my 10mm liner, or even better, my 7mm details. You're gonna come in here, pack your brush with gels, stroke it out, and stick in here, drag it out just like that. You don't need to take any more gels. This will do, just like this. You can if you want to. Like that. Drag it out. Go slow. Okay. A little more up here. Okay. And then on this side, same thing. When you get to the tip, go slow. The reason is, let me zoom in so I can show you. If you go fast at the tip, you most likely gonna have a little part where it's cut out from the gel, like this. Let me show you. See, if you go slow, your line will be beside, but if you stroke really fast, see that? You might have a part where gel doesn't adhere to the surface, because gel is not complete liquid. It's like a jelly formula, so it needs time to adhere to the surface. So try to go slow when you get to this edge. If you have that kind of problem, if you don't have that problem, then you do however you like. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cure this. And get on this side, same things. So the amount of gel that you have on your brush are minimal. You can take more gel if you like, but you don't have to. Just need a little bit of gels. And keep it all wet so you can just drag it out and make the transition more seamless. Don't cure this and then add on to it. It's not gonna be pretty. Okay. A bit more on this side. Go down here. Remember to drag it out on both sides. Okay. So this is like a silhouette of the wreath. The easiest way you can do. You don't want to draw each individual leaf. That will take forever. This, you can just apply, drag it out, bam. Hear this? Last one. Okay, same thing over here. You never want to tell your client that this is easy though, because you do want to charge based on its look, and these are very expensive looking pair of wreath nail design, so you can always go up to like 200 or 300, even if it takes under an hour to do it. Okay, drag it out. Okay, now before I cure this, I'm gonna examine it. Let me see if I need to add anything else. Probably a little bit up here. Okay, perfect. Let's cure this. Remember the art gel cure for 60 seconds, just like everything else that I have. All right, now we're done with black art gels. We are ready to chrome this. So remember that we already put Teflon mat on the surface, okay? And I know you forget, I write it right here. Non-sticky to chrome powders. So now we're gonna take out, this one is a solid chrome, and the color shade is turquoise. So we're gonna take turquoise, rub it in with a shadow applicator, and apply. See? It's completely, keep the background completely clean. Dust it out with a fluffy. There you go. Perfect. So, keep on going over here. So far, these are easy when it comes to execution. Just like that. Dust. Bam. Next one. Same thing. See the right, you have to have the right stuff though. Without Teflon mat, I don't even know how you're gonna get these chrome off. You can buffer, but it takes forever. And it makes everything so messy and dusty. I'm gonna take this shadow applicator. Going in. Doing this will keep your surface very clean. It will pick up any excess dust that you have on the color, and it just take it away. Okay, now you need some shading. Look at all this beautiful, crazy shading that I have. Okay, I'm not shading each individual leaf. There is a trick. I'm taking stained glass gel. Okay, this is for shading, blending, overlaying, and this is number 10. I'm putting number 10 right here. It's a rich emerald. Okay, so that's stained glass gel. Stained glass gel is like jelly gel, but it's much stronger than jelly gel. Almost like a polish, but it's 100% see-through. So I need emboss brush. I need ombre brush. You don't want it to be hard, okay? Sometimes it's when the brush is in shape, it have a little gel left in it, it's hard. So you're gonna take this conditioning cleanser that I have, and you're gonna make sure that all the hair and bristle are nice and smooth, and they are tall and apart. They don't suck together. Perfect. Now, take this, apply just a little bit right at the tips, and paint it in. This one, and this one. Okay. And I am going to start right at the edge and just blend it out. Perfection. Right here, start at the edge, blend it out. That's it. That's all you have to do. Cure this. So, remember each teardrop that you did, there is a reason why I don't tell you to apply one thick line in a heart shape and then fan it out. I tell you to apply teardrop because each teardrop, each bundle of wreath. Okay, and when you blend this out, it's gonna make it look like you have like different part of the wreath, different layer, different dimension. So this is a tricks. Just like that. Another little one. You can cure in between. I just like to go all the way. And the reason why I apply one at a time, because if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then blend it, when I blend, my brush will touch whatever it is right here that have gel on it. Where these, it don't have any gel right here, so I can just brush it down, and then I can just add another layer on it, and then brush it down. Another tricks. Cure this. Okay, over here. See, if I go 1, 2, 3, because some of you might attempt to do this, and I did. I attempt to do that. That's how I learned the lesson the hard way. See, if I blend, if I'm not careful, I touch this part. If I'm not careful right here, I touch this part. Okay, that's why I apply one at a time, so you can avoid problems. So now your wreath have multiple colors. It's not just one simple solid colors. It have dimension. It have darkness and light and all different shade of green and teal and turquoise. Cure this. Now you are ready to put matte on it. Okay, so this matted is different than Teflon matte. I rarely use Teflon matte as a top coat. I use matte as a top coat. Teflon matte I use it to block chrome. That's what I'm using for. But matted, I apply all over. And matted are way opposite than Teflon matte. It's a velvet matte top coat, and it's absorb nail art pigment. See how I apply matte all over this here, and then also gonna apply this and this all over. Okay, cure this, and then lay matte on this. Chrome are pretty when it's shiny, but chrome are also pretty when it's matte, especially my solid chrome, because my solid chrome doesn't have shimmer. It's nice and clean. See it? It's nice and clean when you put it on. You know, some chrome when you put it on, it's shimmery, it's glittery. Mine doesn't do that. See, it's all nice and smooth. Now I am going to take out Pixie gels. So Pixie gel is a reflective gels that don't need any top coat. You can just apply on matte surface. After you cure, you're done. No top coat needed. So it's incredibly convenient. And I am gonna take this and apply right here, all around. Just to dress up this part a little bit. And cure this. Take this, apply a little leaf going out from the wreath. Just a touch. Like that. So beautiful. Same thing here. Just like that. Okay, cure this. Now the next part is crystal. I'm using light cyans, and I'm using crystal magic glue. I'm taking the nail tips. I'm placing a nail stand with some glue dot. I'm placing the tip upward, and then I am going to put out some glue right on it like a cup, and then I'm just going to apply crystal all over this. I'm using a crystal katana, and you see I have some extra glue right here. So I need to take a clipper and take it off. I'm gonna use clipper and I'm just clipping it off. There. And now I can dip in some glue, put it right here. Okay. Then now I am putting a smaller size onto this little wreath. One here, one right here, and probably one right here. I love like putting little red crystal in between these green like this. I never use gel pen and paint little red dot on a design like this. I always use red crystal. I love it. It's like an ornament itself. And maybe a smaller one here. Okay. Maybe one more. I'm greedy with crystals. I'm greedy for beauties. Okay. The other side. Just so pretty. I'm hypnotized by it. Okay. Maybe 3 right here. Okay, a small one. And these color are light cyan, if you wondering. Don't choose cyan. Cyan is really dark. Choose light cyan. It's a true red. It's a true Christmas red. Okay. Pretty so far, but at this point, it's not impressive yet. You see, that is the thing about the wreath. It's pretty, it's color, it's shading, but it's made out of tiny little leaf. And right now, it looks like a big solid piece. That is my conflict when it comes to drawing wreath, is that I don't want to spend too much time drawing tiny little leaf and shade it too. It's just crazy to me. But the reason why I'm at this, because now I'm going to shine it back up, but I'm not going to put shine all over this piece. No, I am going to draw these little lines using clear texture gels. Now, if you don't know clear texture gels, it doesn't blend, it doesn't mix. It stays still in one place. And when it comes to this kind of design, it is a lifesaver. Because if you have like a builder gel, it will blend on you. It will be impossible for this design. But for this, I am just taking clear texture gel and draw tiny little lines. And I'm doing it right next to each other confidently, because I know that it's not going to blend. Now, don't let it touch. If it touches, then it'll blend, but you can separate it again. But just try to draw it close to each other's. As close as possible. There. And then you can also cure in between. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can continue down here. Same things. So this will add texture to the wreath because it's chrome. And then it's matte. And then now the shine, it contrasts with the matte. So now it feels like you spend hours up drawing this intricate leaf with shading and all that. And then make it 3D too on top of that. So this is a perfect trick for a design like this. Look at that wreath. Go ahead and clear this. Then I'm also showing you another brush that you can use, which is a 7mm details. A shorter brush. Usually I don't use a short brush like this for a gel like textured gels, but this design are an exception. Usually when I do messing with clear texture gel or any 3D gel, my line usually really big. But this wreath it requires a tiny little pin hairline. So a 7mm brush is most likely really effective in this special occasion. But I have to use a 10mm first just for you to see the difference. And of course, you can play with it to find out which brush you prefer. My personal opinions, I prefer the 7mm over the 10mm for this design, this specific design. And of course, you can clear in between, even though clear texture gel, it doesn't blend. And usually I would not clear until the end. I clear in between because these lines are really close to each other. So it's make me nervous. If it touches, then it can blend, but it's not going to try to blend. Like builder gel, even if you put it apart, it eventually will find each other and start to become really blendy. What this is only blend if it touch each other's. And it's not going to blend into a big piece. It's still some semi-separate. So this gel is a perfect solution for this. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? This is a more attractive wreath leaf I ever seen. Look at this. You can see each individual little leaf. And they are chrome. They have different shading. This set took my breath away. So this is the way that I'm gonna do wreath from now on. Of course, someday I will find something better. Now, you might ask this question, and you shouldn't ask this question because it's not a good question, but you might ask, well, Dino, instead of chroming and then applying these on, can you apply these first and then chrome it? Yes. Yes, you can, but imagine. Because this gel don't need top coat. So after I'm doing this, I'm done. I'm done. But if you chrome this, then what you have to do next, you have to protect this chrome. So you have to put top coat on this leaf, and that's gonna be a hot mess. It's gonna not be specifics and details. If you were to chrome these detail and then top coat it, it's gonna be a lump again. So this is a beautiful strategy by chroming it first, matte it, and then using clear texture gel to add detail onto it because you're done after this. So the layer matter too. Beautiful. And you know what? If you have any ideas, because I don't want to just do Christmas. This is a technique that are really clever. I would like to use it all year long. So beside wreath, I wonder what else I can do, you know, like maybe feather for Valentine. So if you have any idea with something similar but not a wreath, let me know. I would like to use this technique all year long. Hear this? So 60-second here, and one of the last finishing touch. I would like to use white art gels. White art gel is no white. Now, when you draw in big color block, I recommend top coat. But when you draw in these small little line, You don't need any top coats. And this is exactly what I'm going to do. I am going to go in here and draw this little icicle dripping down. Just like that. Make the wreath look icy. Okay. And I'm zoom in so you can see what I'm doing next. See, I already have white icicle dripping down. So what I'm doing next is I'm going in here and fill it in. And I'm doing it like this because I need it to be very precise when it going in. So I'm dragging it backward. Instead of starting up here and try to paint it in here, don't do that. That'll be a hot mess. You don't want that. You just want to drag it down from here, and then you want to turn it around and just drag in using the tip of your brush. So the detail will be finest. Okay. Now it's already filled into the crack and crevices. You're done. And cure this for 60 seconds. Same thing here. Then you just start right here and you're gonna go down just like this. See, a person that doesn't know will go in here. So with this, a lot of gel, they'll go in here and they try to fill all this space. No, don't do that. Just start right here. There, just start right here and drag it down. See, when you start out, it's really big. And when you drag out, it's really tiny. Because when I take gel, I only take right at the tip of my brush. See, just right at the tip. So I can just touch and drag it down. Then now I turn around. Use the tip of my brush, I'm dragging the gel in, just like this. And I'm done. Cure this. And I don't add any icicle here. The story is, I like this French in the middle and it's white. But when I draw on this wreath, there's no white on it. So I add white icicle just to complement the color on these nails. And that's it. See how easy it is? So you have to have the right product for this. It's very important. Without Teflon mat, then you cannot isolate your chrome. But that's old news because without clear texture gel, you cannot do this. It's impossible to do this because clear texture gel, I made it so it don't blend. So that is the story of my wreath. This is an update wreath this year, and I'm very proud of this. So practice and make a lot of money this year. And don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel at 𝐓𝐴. And everything that I use today is available on www.𝐓𝐴.shop. And until next time, bye-bye.